Hi, my name's Ibrahim Arif, and today I'll be talking about my media project and about my CCRs. Here are all the 4 questions that I'm going to answer today. Question 1. How has your work challenged you in magazine conventions, and how does it work to represent social group or issues? Here are my contents page, front cover and 2-page spread. My magazine follows the typical looks and conventions of a sport and football magazine, and the masthead and use of bold cover lines and dominant central image follows the traditional magazine layout, and the text being laid out around the model keeps the play focus at all times, and the use of bold colours like yellow, red and black catches the eyes of people passing by because they are bold and energetic colours which help reflect the intensity of the sport. And as seen on the front cover, the large text of the player's name can highlight that he is a key player to attract the attention of true football watchers. But what makes my magazine different from other magazine brands? Well, instead of the professional footballer, I have used a local yet relatable model which makes the magazine feel more personal and realistic to the audience, and the representation of the stance of the model is confident and strong with his arms crossed and straight gaze. The serious face and competitive look reflects common attitude and mindset that football brings, and the use of the simple background keeps focus on the individuals. But what are the issues faced with the magazine? Gender representation. The cover shows a male, which reflects the common issue in football media, where women are underrepresented. Focus on strength and dominance. This could reinforce the stereotype that football is aggressive and only for tough individuals, and as seen on the front cover, success narrative, returning after a ban suggests drama and redemption after negative behavior. Question 2. How does your product engage with the audience, and how would it be distributed as real media text? My targeted audience are people from the ages 14 to 25, mainly male but also football fans of any gender. And on the table, my targeted audience are unemployed to middle class because they are people who have free time in their hands and are able to engage with the football magazine. And the hobbies and interests that my audience will share is that they are football fans who are interested in and passionate about football and enjoy sports culture and real stories within football. And they are likely to be playing football regularly, follow football news and players, and engage with the sports content online. Question 3. How have your skills developed throughout the project? I've developed an understanding of framing of the model and body language and lighting. Changed the top and included a ball and a net within the last photos, as you can see through these 3 images. Photoshop. Throughout, I have learned how to remove and adjust the backgrounds, how to enhance colours and lightnings, and how to combine the image and text. This has all helped me to create a clean and professional looking cover. Question 4. How did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? A combination of hardware that I used was a smartphone to take pictures of the main image of my model, and it was convenient and easy to use for multiple shots, and laptop and school computers for editing, designing the magazine, and it allowed me to run software like Photoshop. I also made use of the environment and lighting and space instead of expensive equipment, and despite not using professional lighting, I positioned the model to ensure the image was clean and well lit. And for software, I used Photoshop to edit my main image, cropping out and resizing the image to fit the magazine right, and cleaning up the background to make sure it looks simple yet professional. And all of these technologies work together in my project to capture the image of my model on my phone, editing the image on Photoshop, and finally publishing it all onto my website. And the advantages of using Photoshop was that it allowed me to have detailed editing and professional results, and with the phone camera it was accessible and efficient. But the disadvantages was that Photoshop is difficult to work on at times, and at certain times it can be very time consuming if not knowing what doing. Limited access to professional equipment was also a disadvantage. So in conclusion, I overall managed to integrate a range of technologies to create a realistic football magazine by combining hardwares like camera and an iPad and software like Photoshop, and I was able to produce a final product that looks professional and follows real media conventions. Thank you for listening to my presentation on my CCOs.